Hey guys, welcome back to FIFA 22 Arsenal Career Mode, and today we'll be almost heading towards the end of November and also the start of December as well, which means there will be a lot of games going to be happening in December, so why not just finish the last two games in November and see what's going to go on in December. I know it is going to be a very hectic month, which means that at the same time, buying extra or buying qualities, bench players, or rotational players are very important in that case because based on the schedule that I just showed you in December, it looks like we will be playing around 8 to 9 games in total, which means a good, healthy amount of rotational changes have to be made in order to actually keep the fitness up and try to keep the good result at the same time. Because currently we are still in the first place in the Premier League so far within the first half of the season. Of course, I'm intended to keep that record throughout the whole season. Hopefully, I do not find trouble of trying to like challenge that or anything like that. But so far, first game right here, we are playing against Watford at home, and unfortunately, Dennis have scored the first goal for Watford, and we are trailed by 1 goal, which is very tough to see. And Calvert-Lewin just responded right back in the 26th minute with a pretty good goal. He hasn't been starting a lot of games lately because Alexander Isak is just simply, in my opinion, so far it's better than Calvert-Lewin. And no offense to Calvert-Lewin, very good in terms of his aerial attacks. But I think based on just overall, I think Alexander Isak just might be a little bit better than Calvert-Lewin. But right there, Calvert-Lewin could have stretched it to 2-1 right there with the header, but it hits off the post, and good save by the goalkeeper in the end. Here comes Rabia trying to find a shot right there in the box for at least a minute to two right there. Still couldn't really find a goal until the second half right here, 55 minutes. What a great finish by Odegaard. The ball was literally right behind him. And by the way, Odegaard has reached 90 right there. And I am so excited for him because he might have a chance to actually reach above 90 and potentially 91, 92 based on the performance that he has been performing throughout the whole season. So 2-1, and right here we are still trying to search for the third goal, and Odegaard right there have a chance to actually to make a second for him, but instead Calvert-Lewin was right there at the right time, scoring his second goal for the game. And he hasn't been doing that a lot because, again, I've been putting him on the bench, having trying to frozen him throughout the campaign. And Rabia right there could have made a pretty nice chip and goal. Honestly, in the last season, Rabia made a very nice chip and goal in the end. Yeah, but then that one was a very good attempt, but Watford has to make things very interesting in the last few minutes. And literally they score. Fletcher scored the last goal. I think it's this Adam Fletcher from Southampton a long time ago. I forgot about this guy for a bit. But yes, in the end, we lacked that for the win. 3-2 in the end. Not the most convincing game ever, but I think it's enough to actually get the result in the end. Moving on to the second game of this episode, we are playing against Aston Villa away at Villa Park. And this is going to be another very interesting game. Last time out, I believe we beat Villa Park for. We were at Villa Park for. I forgot the score from last season, but I'm pretty sure we battered them pretty badly. Either this team or Burnley. But in the 7 minutes, Odegaard again is the same guy. He has been basically scoring all the goals in every game. And this guy, there's no stopping in this guy. And here comes the 13th minute. Here comes Bukayo Saka dribbling down the right hand side, cuts back in the middle, try to do a finesse shot, but it got blocked. But in the end, Martinelli makes a very good save. Not a very good save, but a good goal right there. Just plots that one, just places that one at the bottom right corner. And 2-0 already within 15 minutes of the game. And Partey is taking the armband today, even though it shouldn't be him. I believe Odegaard should be the player that received the armband. Tierney, of course, try not to overwear him a little bit. Gonna give him some rest and put on Tavares on for today's game. Again, Tavares, it's a player that I want to deal with eventually because I don't think he's really that good in the game, even though he is 21 euro 77 rated or 22 euro 77 rated. It's decent, but I feel like there might be better options out there that I can explore. And in 42nd minute right here, Ronaldo Sanchez. Oh my God, every player that who plays at the box-to-box midfield knows how to chip. Rabiot knows how to chip. And then Ronaldo Sanchez knows how to chip as well. And 4-0, of course, he has to be doing this kind of celebration where he just stood on defense, and celebrated in front of the Aston Villa fan. And right there, right before halftime, 5 minutes after the extra minute, I still have no clue why they didn't blow the whistle right there. But anyway, 4-0 already. Odegaard scores again, second for him in the game, and there's no stopping in this guy, isn't it? Well, 5-0 already for Arsenal, and we already know that we pretty much beat Aston Villa right here. But again, this is a game, or this is a series where we literally show no mercy. Yes, I know we are 5-0 up, and right now 6-0 up. Odegaard with a hat trick. But in order to actually win the series or win the Premier League, we have to show no mercies. I don't care if I'm actually up by 3, up by 6, up by 7. We still need to destroy our opponents no matter what. So 6-0 right there. Ramsdale made a good save right there, but on the other hand, we're making a counter-attack. Tavares passes it on to Ronaldo Sanchez, chips it over to Serge Gnabry and take a shot, and I believe that is his first Premier League goal. And I know he scored a couple in the Champions League, but yeah, finally it's nice for him to actually get back on the score sheet again in the Premier League. I believe the last time he actually scored in the Premier League was against Swansea City back in 2013-2014 season. I remember he was wearing number 44, playing as a right winger, I believe. Walcott and Chamberlain were suffering some injury issue, and then Serge Gnabry just kind of like got up the rank and actually played for Arsenal back then. I remember those days. That was like around 8 years ago. So time flies. And moving on to the third game of this episode. Again, we are playing the first two games, the first two games of December for now, because we're gonna cover a lot of games in the next two episodes just to like make sure our December goes as smooth as possible, as fluent as possible. And we're playing against Crystal Palace right here in the 9 minutes in. Here comes Aberici Eze. I remember last season or 2 years ago, I keep calling him Ez for some reason. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but right now at least I know that I've been pronouncing wrong throughout the whole series back in 2020, I believe. And here comes Odegaard. Good touch right there, and then one-on-one with goalkeeper. No doubt he's going to score 5 goals for him for the last 3 games. And you know what? This is the sort of player that I really do want, an attacking midfielder who can also partner up with the striker, and then of course being one of the top goal scorer as well. Here comes Odegaard once again, 25 minutes in. Here comes Bukayo Saka, through ball to Alexander Isak. Good low driven shot, literally places that one to bottom right corner, and 2-0 already before 30 minutes. And of course, surely we already know that this game, we kind of have this game in hand, but again, we can never underestimate our opponent, because that would become our weakness in the end. But we try not to have that kind of mentality in the team. And Jack Butland makes a good save. But you know what, who remembers Jack Butland? Used to play for Stoke City. He was, I think it was FIFA 15 or 16. He actually has a pretty good potential up to at least mid-80s. But at one point he reached 81, and all of a sudden he's been playing for Stoke City for a while. But I really don't know where he's playing right now. But certainly I believe that, you know what, he is a good Premier League player. And of course, I really hope that he's going to find success in the Premier League once again. And speaking of success, Odegaard scored 6 goals in the last 3 games with a chip goal right there. And 3-0 already. Very comfortable win. And I'm pretty sure at that point, again, showing no mercy. That's what I said before. And here comes Bukayo Saka dribbling by himself the whole time. It was a very shaky play here. I thought it was offside, but again, another chip right there. I think we scored 3 chipping goals in this series. And I believe what make this game great is, you know what, the way how they can chip the goals was so realistic at all times. And Emil Smith-Rowe got himself on the score sheet again. 5-0 to Crystal Palace, scoring 12 goals in the last 2 games. And yeah, we already know that we pretty much won this game. And then ESR could have scored a 6th goal for the club, but instead it was a good save by Jack Butland. But it wouldn't matter for the goalkeeper, because he still get battered by 5-0 in against Crystal Palace, but thank God we beat them pretty comfortably. And moving on to the last game of this episode, we are playing against KRC Genk. They beat us 2-1 last time out. Again, I learned my mistake. I put a lot of youth players in, rotated players in, which is not very good. But in the end, I still kind of risked that as well. When you look at the starting 11 right there, I only put Kieran Tierney, our current starting 11, in. And otherwise, all my players are actually in my reserve or backup team. And right there, Neto made a fantastic save. Again, if there is a voting for a team of the group stage, he would definitely be up there because he has been saving us a lot of games. But 11 minutes in, Ronaldo Sanchez make his mark with a fantastic goal, left-footed shot, goalkeeper no chance, literally a lot of power behind that goal. And moving on, 15 minutes in, Kieran Tierney got himself down, finally getting his chance in the Champions League, but he got himself sent off. Honestly, I think this one, it's slightly a little bit, actually, I think it's a bang play. Yes, it is a dangerous challenge. He's going to get booked for that. But I don't believe that was worthy of a red card in the end, which means I have to take out, I believe, Houssam Mawa and put on Tavares, making his two consecutive games. He didn't start in 2 consecutive games, but at least making another appearance. And right there, we made a mistake at the back, and this is going to be a very tough battle to play. 20 minutes in, we already lost 1 player, and we have to take out 1 of our players out. And Neto continuing his form in the Champions League, saving 2 consecutive shots, which could have been a total disaster. Again, we try to win this game because we are trying to finish this group stage off with the first place, of course. Genk has a chance to actually score right there, but it was offside. And here comes Calvert-Lewin. Literally nobody supports him in the middle, so he decided to go for a shot. Good save by the goalkeeper. In the 87 minutes, really looking for one chance. We couldn't have a chance. That is totally fine. But in the end, Brennan Johnson came on for Serge Gnabry, and we have scored a winning goal, a sure winning goal, 2-0. Genk has been trying their butts off, trying to score try to score a winner, trying to score a lot of goals in this game, at least trying to surpass us, but they couldn't because Neto again makes another fantastic save. Until, you know what, when you keep wasting a lot of chances, the opposition eventually is going to bite you in the tail, and that's what we did. Brandon Johnson with a fantastic finish in the end, and that would be the closure of the Champions League group stage. And of course, you're seeing a lot of big teams are going to be drawn, and we ended up in first place in our group stage. And Manchester United unfortunately fell off in the group stage, which means they will not be participating in the round of 16 of the Champions League, which is a bummer. But right now, looking at the table, we are 6 points clear of Newcastle United. And then you can see, of course, City, Manchester City, Leicester City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Manchester United are kind of like forming that type of a conventional league table where, you know, big teams are kind of hovering around 8th place. But looking at the bottom 3 teams, again, the gap is actually really, really small, like from 14th place to 18th place. So, yeah, Leeds United are the only team that's kind of disappointing everybody with only 9 points, losing 10 games, but drawing 3 and winning 2. And Aston Villa, another disappointing one. They already conceded 36 goals already, which is kind of a bummer. But it wouldn't matter because it's not about Arsenal in the end. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.